So the reimposition of sanctions on Iran has come into effect, sanctions imposed by the US administration. Trump pulled America out of the accord 3 months ago. He tweeted recently, "The Iran sanctions have officially been cast. These are the most biting sanctions ever imposed." And in November, they ratchet up to yet another level. Anyone doing business with Iran will not be doing business with the United States. I am asking for world peace, block capitals, nothing less. Adolescent way of communicating, isn't it? Bragging, threatening, brash declarations. Of course, EU leaders are not happy about this. But some European companies will continue to do business in Iran anyway. Many won't. Many will look at the US market, think certain German, French, Danish manufacturers, and they will act in their own interests, as businesses always will. The US market is far more lucrative, more opportunities. But that Iranian oil is there to be sold. You could see China potentially benefiting handsomely from these sanctions. Anyway, Federica Mogherini, EU foreign policy chief, said yesterday, quote, "We are doing our best to keep Iran in the deal, to keep Iran benefiting from the economic benefits that the agreement brings to the people of Iran, because we believe that this is in the security interests not only of our region but also of the world. If there is one piece of international agreements on nuclear non-proliferation that is delivering, it has to be maintained." Unquote. Yeah, as I said, many businesses in Europe, they don't want to lose access to those lovely US dollars or piss off US shareholders. This is going to significantly bite the Iranian economy. The US has had sanctions on Iran since the Islamic Revolution of 1979, sanctions being broadened in the mid-90s. Without getting into the alleged nuclear weapons programs in Iran, there's no serious doubt that Iran isn't an international sponsor of some vile groups, murderous religious fanatics. However, I see the so-called Iran nuclear deal of 2015 having the US, UK, France, the Germans, the Russians and the Chinese on board. I see it as a positive step forward. Iran massively cutting down on its nuclear energy in return for a return to the international legal trading scene for the Iranians. It's not perfect, this comprehensive agreement or deal framework, whatever you want to call it. It's actually quite technical if you're inclined to look into it. No one is pretending that doing a deal with a shitty regime is going to make all things right in the world. Underhanded and sometimes insane behaviour will continue, but a comprehensive international agreement like this one, it can create greater levels of trust between adversaries. It can shift the needle a couple of notches back in the direction of stability and sanity, dare I say. New opportunities leading to new ways of thinking. Behaviours change over time. It doesn't happen overnight. Yeah. It's well known that Trump has issues with Obama. Some say he's obsessed with his predecessor. He wants to destroy his legacy, all his good work, and he thinks that he can do a better deal, as he sees it. Sees himself as the master of the deal. He said he'll meet Rouhani without preconditions, so that's on the table, I guess. Rouhani is accusing the US of psychological warfare. So I don't know how warm he is going to be to the prospect of meeting Trump. We'll see. It could happen. Anyway, see you next time, ladies and gents. Peace.